Hello again. I'm back. TheMIwoodsman had tagged me in a video that he did. He did a Bushcraft brunch, and he wanted me to do one as well. So this is a tag, and I'm going to keep it fairly simple, but I want to maybe send a message how how easy it is or whatever for how to cook in the bush. And as I go along, I'll explain what I'm talking about. And I've just got my web gear with me today and so on, but I'll show you what I'm going to use for cooking. Right here in this pouch, this is my canned or German mess kit, and that's what I'm going to use right in there. Now, with this on, I cannot get this off, get it out, so I have to take this off. Now with the East German mess kit, the handle's always in the way for packing up and stuff. I take it off, but if you notice, I left these open. I can attach this to this and take it off at my convenience. There's the mess kit. Like I said, I can just stick that on there, take the other one, stick it on there, but it comes off for storage. That's how I modified that. Now what I'm going to do today is I'm going to prepare up a pork chop and some eggs. And what that's going to resemble is, if you're out in the woods and you find some bird's eggs, how you can cook them. And also, if you had caught a squirrel or some sort of meat that I feel the easiest way to do it, and also maybe the most nourishment. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I figure. And this is how I brought this in here today. I just wrapped this in here. I've got 2 eggs in here. Oops, there's one. There's my pork chop. And there's the other egg. The other one fell out. Good thing it didn't break. But I got 2 eggs and a pork chop. I'm going to set you up in a different way, and I'm going to start preparing these. Now the first thing I'm going to do is cut up this pork chop. And I'm going to use my obsidian knife to do so. Now, like I said, this is going to simulate meat that I have caught out here in the woods. And so the best way to cook meat and know it's cooked through is, the smaller the pieces, the better. It's going to cook a lot faster, and you're not going to have to worry as much about burning it and so on, because it'll cook a lot faster. You can actually regulate it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this with my eggs, so I'm going to cut it fairly small. I'm going to zoom you in and see if you can see how well this cuts. We'll try that. First time I got to use this knife. Look at that. this is that cutting board that I got at the dollar store, and I trimmed it down so it'll actually fit in my canteen pouch. I'm going to cut this small. Like I said, just small little chunks. Plane going overhead. This knife works amazing. Irionlion 52 had made this blade. I made the handle and fashioned it, hafted it to the blade. So that's what we have. I'll put my finger up to this to give you some sort of, you know, scale. But they're not real big chunks. That will cook up pretty fast. What I'm going to do with these eggs and meat is I could fry this, you know, pretty easy. I have these two other pans. I could fry this up. I'm not going to. A lot of people have container to boil water in. If you have a big enough opening that you can fit your eggs in, put your eggs in your pot. Put your meat in your pot. And I'm going to boil those eggs. And while those eggs are boiling, that meat's going to cook as well. And why I think this is a good thing is because if you boil that, you're going to get the broth off that meat. You can drink the broth for added nutrition. So that is why I'm thinking that this here, if you get meat, that boiling it will soften it first off, and as well, you get the broth from it, which you can drink. And we have a stick. And a mosquito. There we go. Here's what we got going on. Just the meat and the eggs. Wanted to show you how I get a fire started before I put this stove on. There we go. Now I can just feed from the front. And we'll set pot on there. Got this here, this is a lid. You put this on for the lid. And I'll keep this going. These little stoves are very nice for not having to process wood. It's all you use. Just keep feeding these little tiny sticks in. You know, use your little tiny, really small sticks to get it going. And then once you get coals, you can just keep adding a little bigger and bigger up to about thumb size if you like. But it provides a lot of heat and works very well. And it's a contained fire, which is very important. This is a windy day. Let's give this a look. The egg's cracked open. One of them is. The meat, I would say, is definitely done. Oh yeah. So, I'll get these eggs all deshelled and put it in my bowl. There's the pork after it's been all strained off. Like I said, you can drink the juices if you wanted to. I'm not going to in this meal, but it's all cooked through. And I deshelled the eggs. We'll cut this. Oh yeah, that's done well. Well, besides the bark that just fell into it, there it is. Has the pork, the eggs in it. Very good brunch. Give her the TRY. Tastes like eggs and pork chop. It's very good, very good. I wanted to, like I said, I was tagged to do a brunch video. But I wanted to also show how simple it is to make a meal out here and how to cook, you know, eggs that you find, boil them. You know, meat that you find, boil it. Then you can drink the broth, or you can make a stew. You know, this meat is cooked very well. The eggs are cooked very well. I mean, what more can I say? This is my brunch video that I was tagged for by TheMIwoodsman. And I think I'm going to tag 2 people. One's going to be Kabaruser, and the other one is going to be Irionlion. And let's see what they come up with. There's many that I could tag, but they come off right, you know, right now. I just thought of a couple names, and they're good friends, you know, YouTube friends, and I like to see what they come up with. So this is my video. This is my conclusion. I'm going to eat up, clean up, and head back to town. I'm glad I was able to come out here and enjoy some nature, you know, today. Have a good one. Take care. See you on YouTube.